Hey guys, just a little sort of something I've been curious to do, a little something out of the norm from what I normally model. I sort of I'm an RN over it the other week because obviously I've been subscribed to the Mighty Jingles, and I don't know if you've noticed that he's been doing a series called Cold Waters, which is basically principally based on sort of Cold War, submarine warfare. But I have been getting very, very curious as to doing a little bit of naval modelling. And I've never really built a submarine, to be honest with you. And I was sort of looking online the other week, and I noticed this little puppy in 1/350th, and I've noticed one or two other well-known modelers actually build one. And I thought to myself, do you know what, I wouldn't mind having a crack at that. And I saw a video of this particular one being built by a modeller as well, and for the scale it's at, the detail is not bad actually. So I thought, oh damn it, let's take the plunge and get one. And I've just got it through the post today. It's actually one of the most well-known U-boats during the Second World War, the Type 7. This particular one was the Type 7C, which had thicker armour plating for obviously going to depths of about 150 metres, was most widely used in the North Atlantic, around Murmansk, during the Happy Days campaign, as they called it, principally sort of from the day World War II was declared right up until the end of the war. I think there was one well-known incident, including the U-81. If you check that one out, you can look it up on Wikipedia, and that's actually featured as one of the vessels in this kit. So, without further ado, we'll have a look and see what's inside the box. You've got this lovely, beautiful box art illustration on the front here of one of the Type 7Cs. I think this is a version that was based in the series Das Boot. I don't know if anybody remembers that. Fantastic drama series. In fact, it's one of the best war films I've seen. And I've actually got it in my video stash somewhere along the line, I think. But anyway, I did have a quick look at this, and I must say I was quite surprised with the detail. It's a tiny little box, as you can see from my hands here, and I opened it up, and it is quite small for the scale that it's at. Now, admittedly, I thought, okay, it's going to be smaller than what I thought it was, but I know Jan Hayer's actually doing a Type 21 in 1/144th, and I wouldn't mind getting hold of that, because I think that one comes with a full interior. And that was a submarine that was going to be put into production had the war not ended when it did. But there you go. And that was twice the size of this one. So anyway, without further ado, we'll have a look and see what's inside the box here. As per usual, we'll run through the instruction manual. Again, you've got a photograph of the kit, or one of the examples there of the Type 7C, and then just an overall sort of history of the vessels, where they were used. And according to this, there were about 16 German shipyards that built them, and there was about 664 of these built. So it was quite very widely used during the Second World War, as I say, and it basically could go to a depth of 100 metres. But in an emergency, it could actually go to 250 metres, so that's quite a depth, if you know what I mean. Yeah, this is it. I'm just coming across. There's a shelling of U-81 at the British Electric Power Station at Jaffa near Tel Aviv. I think that was around about circa 1940 or 42. I'm not quite sure. So yeah, quite interesting. And it was basically, I think it had a crew of about 19 or 20, yeah. It says here 4 officers, 5 staff sergeants. There were 9 non-commissioned officers and 20 ratings. And if you look at the film Das Boot, you can just see how cramped it was in those conditions. Anyway, we'll open up the instruction sheet. As per usual, we've got all the preliminary signs during the construction of the kit. And then the next thing is the colour guide, and as is usual with Revell, you've got paint mixtures, which is going to be a pain in the butt, but I will narrow this down, there's no doubt about it, and see what I can get them as referred to Tamiya colours. So I might have to do a little bit of research here, guys. Up the top here you've got the sprue tree, which comes in it's about 5 sprues. First thing, as you can see here, is to put the 2 whole halves together. The deck goes on top, and you can put it onto the stand, and then add the anchors, which you can see there. Then you put all the engines in with the drive shafts. They go onto the actual lower hull. Add the propellers, and then you've got the baffles which go on the end there, which you use to steer the boat. Okay. Or the rudders, and then you've got the driving mechanism for the rudders, and apply the rudders. Then you put the 2 halves of the conning tower together, and then the deck plate on. Add the conning tower to the actual main hull. Then you put the periscopes on and the 88mm flat gun. And then you've got the actual cradle with the flagpole, and these, I think, I'm not sure whether they are the diving planes or whatever. And then you've got the main cannon which goes on the front. Add the rear, I don't know what these are. And then I think this was used mainly for cutting through minefield wires or something like that. And that is basically your kit built. So it's quite a quick, nice little build. And then obviously you've got the colour callouts. This is the basic colour callout for the Type 7C. Okay, and then you've got a little decal there for the naming of the vehicle. Okay, you've also got the U81, which is the one I just mentioned. Yeah, it was around about early 1942, and that's with the camo scheme. Actually, I might have a go at doing that one. Yeah. And then you've got U96. I think it tells you a little bit of history about the vehicle, but it's all in German. Oh, hang on, here we go. Who was it? Captained by Corporal H. Lehman Willenbrock. Ah, okay. He sunk 28 ships. Of the 7th Flotilla. He did 11 patrols as well. So there you go. And it's, oh, actually, it tells you all the ratings as well. What was the other one? CO was H.L. Winkelbrock, Obleuten Hans-Jürgen Hall-Riegel, Kapitan Willem Peters, Obleuten Horst Wilner, Obleuten Robert Rix, and it was sunk by bombs during an air raid on the 8th Air Force at Wilhelmshaven on the 30th of March 1945, right at the end of the war. And then you got U552, which was used in the North Atlantic, built at Blohm + Voss. And let's have a little look here, because you got it in German, and it was actually first used and commissioned on the 4th of December 1940, and it was actually commanded by Erich Tropp. And from the 1st of February 1941 to the 30th of April 1944, it was a front boat in Flotilla, 15 patrols. It sunk 30 ships, and also sunk the USS Reuben James and HMS Alouette, and damaged 3 ships. And the COs were Captain Erich Topp and Klaus Oberleutnant Gunther Loop. And that was also sunk at Wilhelmshaven on the 5th of May 1945 by her crew, so she was scuttled. So there you go. So that is the instruction sheet. So let's have a look at the details of the kit itself. Okay. As I say, it's got 5 sprues. We've got 2 whole halves. Here's the first one. I don't know if you can see some of the detail on it. It has got some raised detail on there, which is a bit of a pain in the arse, but hey, never mind. But I do love the rivet detail on the back here. I mean, for such a small scale, you can't really grumble, really, can you? Eh? So it's quite nice and crisp. There doesn't seem to be any flash. And you've got the air inlets here for your tubes. And where's your torpedo tubes. Oh, I can't see those. Oh, they would open at the front here, I think, and then the torpedoes would come out there. So there you go. So yeah, not bad. As I say, you got the other half as well, virtually the same with the detail again, as you can see here. And you got a little anchor in there, so that's a nice little touch. And again, a lot of this would come out with a nice wash, and especially with the streaking and weathering. I mean, this is the principal reason I got this, which is to try out a little bit more weathering, get my hand in, as it were, you know. So yeah, not bad for that scale. And then obviously you've got the upper deck, and I have to say the detail on that for such a small scale kit is fairly impressive actually, guys. Oh, sorry, it's a little bit out of focus, but there you go. As I say, it's a very tiny little kit, but I mean, this is my first sub, so you know, practice makes perfect, as they say. Yeah, it's not bad actually, it's not bad at all. I'm really impressed with that. Right, so then you've got the other two sprues. Let me see. Oh yeah, oh, there is a little bit of flash on the stand. I'll soon get rid of that, it's not a problem. Then obviously you've got your diving planes here. There's your rudders. Again, not bad detail for this scale. And there's your periscopes right there. Little bit of flash there, but again you can get that sorted out. Oh, that's your diving plane, sorry, my apologies. Actually, that's your main anchor, I think. I'm not sure. And there you go. Very nice, actually. It's not bad at all for this scale. And there's your props right there, which you can see. I don't know if I can get that in the focus. Yeah, a little bit of flash here, but as I say, you can soon get that sanded off with a lot of careful sanding. There you go. And then obviously you've got the conning tower, which you can see here. Again, not bad level of detail for the scale that you've got it at. You've got your four anchors there. I don't know what these are. I'm not really very well versed up in submarines, so you have to bear with me. That's the conning tower deck. And then obviously you've got the grab handles, all the side plates to go onto the conning tower, and the flag pole there. So yeah, not bad at all. I don't know if you can get any aftermarket for these, but if you did, they'd probably be absolutely minute. Mind you, I've been looking at some of Hobby Boss's models of submarines, and must admit they do look quite tempting. So yeah. So that's the kit virtually in a nutshell. It does come with some decals. Now, where did I put them? Put them. Hang on, bear with me a minute, guys. Hello, don't tell me I've lost the decals. I did have them here. Oh, I seem to have mislaid the decals. That's a bit of a pain in the butt. Because that could hold up the build. Oh, hang on, bear with me. I've got them. Here we go. And this is your decal sheet. Like as I say, you've got the flag there for the Kriegsmarine. Little insignia there for whichever U-boat you wish to build. And obviously you've got the decal that goes onto your stand. But yeah, don't look too bad. So there you go. And that, my friends, is the Type 7C Revell 1350th submarine in a nutshell. Quick, simple, easy build by the looks of it. Something completely different from what I normally do. I mean, you could probably build this in an afternoon, to be honest with you. And then it wouldn't take that long to paint and weather. As I say, it's my first hand at doing a submarine, and I'm as much interested in naval history as well as aircraft and armour, and I've only just really sort of got a little interest in subs ever since I've been watching, obviously, Mighty Jingle's Cold Waters and watching people's builds on submarines. So I thought, why don't I have a go at it? I mean, what I'll probably use for the antenna wire is just ordinary fishing wire, which I've got, or probably some easy line, I don't know, but we'll see. Anyway, I probably won't do a step-by-step basis on this. I'll probably just give you an update on my monthly update. I might even get it built before then, but we'll see. So there you go. I thought I'd have a crack at this, as well as finishing off the Tiger build now. And obviously I've got me Warren Blanche Tribute Buddy build to get done. And this would be a sort of little sideline project. So I'm going to have a go and see how it turns out. And if it turns out well, I might have another go at another one in the future. Who knows? Anyway, that's it for now, guys. So until the next time, get kit crazy, happy modelling, and I'll speak to you soon.